luckily, I had people who were attracted to me who said, I really like nature. Yes! So it was very easy for me to start a dialogue. Well, have you ever thought about doing this? Oh, no, but that sounds really good. So I would get them to do it. And these are my 5 favourite exercises that crop up again and again. With the roots, and I've not gone into too much depth of the model because it's deviating from what I'm talking about today. Again, if you want me to talk about it more, come find me, I will do that for you. With the roots, it's a very simple exercise using NSTP, so we're now getting permission. And the exercise is simply walking, but as you walk, this will be interesting to do it, you cross your hands, so you're connecting this way, left to right. I'm not very good with my lefts and rights. You connect the lefts and the rights. So that works as you're balancing the hemispheres in the brain and reconnecting the energetic field. If people are open to it, I ask them to do it barefoot. Something really, really fascinating that I found in all my research is that the Earth actually has an electromagnetic field. And it's got a frequency of 7.83 megahertz. When we go into meditation, our brain slows down to 7.83 megahertz. Therefore, my connection, or my assumption, and the assumption of others, is that by putting yourself in contact with the electromagnetic frequency, you can start changing the brain frequency. I find that really amazing because I can't meditate. I sit and I twitch and I move and it really, oh, I need to be doing something. So that's the first exercise. And don't be deceived about the simplicity of these exercises. I can speak from my own personal experience, they are very powerful. I also know from all the other students who I've connected with, they find them very powerful too. With the trunk, and this only works if people are ready to let go of some kind of emotion. People want to hang on to it, I found it doesn't work. But it's simply going out and finding a tree, asking permission to connect with it, and then allowing the emotion to dissipate as you breathe. And we have a symbiotic relationship with trees, whereby we exhale carbon dioxide and they exhale oxygen. So we're exchanging in this cycle. So I get my clients to imagine, as they breathe out, they're breathing out the emotion they want to let go of, and they're breathing in peace and joy from the tree. They're literally getting life. Depends how deep you want to take it and how deep the clients will accept that installation. With the branches, it's a very simple exercise. It's about going outside and finding some natural object that you're attracted to. And I did this one this morning. I thought, let's bring in an example. And as I walked and connected with the area just outside the front of the hotel, I was attracted to this fruit. I have no idea what it is. I like it because it's green and it's unusual. I take the statement and I reflect it back to myself. I like myself because I'm green and unusual. That works for me at about 5 different levels. I really, really like that. And it was also interesting because if you told me as a child I was unusual, I probably would have taken offense and been upset. Whereas now I'm really comfortable. I don't mind if I'm unusual. I really like it actually. That means I get to hang out in nature a lot more. I'm happy to be as unusual as I want. And then the leaves. It's taking an exercise that a lot of people already do with planting trees of remembrance and actually doing the exercise and planting the tree. Something that's really interesting is that they've started to find that there's actually a bacteria in soil that triggers serotonin production within ourselves. So as you plant a tree, you're triggering good feelings. That, for me, was a really powerful insight to have. So it's about planting that tree, being able to acknowledge and continuing life, and realizing that somehow in some way people continue on. It's not in the way we think, but they do. For the recent book that I was writing, I interviewed Kathleen Dean Moore. I don't know if any of you are familiar with her. She's a nature essays, nature writer. And she wrote a wonderful book. It was about nature and her experiences in grief. And as I spoke to her, she said her friend, I think his name was Hans, he had planted 10,000 trees before he died. And she says to go back to this forest, to see the trees continually growing, to know that his hands shaped, guarded, ensured they were in the earth, that brings her the greatest comfort imaginable and really allows her to see that in some way it continues on. And then lastly, for the fruit, it's about going out and everything that you're attracted to, taking a moment to acknowledge it and say thank you, and just move on. And all the studies have shown that gratitude can boost your immune system. There's a lot of other benefits that I can't really remember. But gratitude enables you to shift your perspective. And I had that with a squirrel. I got really excited the first time the squirrel spoke to me. It was like, choo, 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 choo. I realised it was telling me off because I was too near its tree and it was trying to eat